All right, how's everybody doing tonight? Hey, I want to show you guys another Larry Carlton. Well, not a lick. I'm going to show you the whole song, I hope. Somebody replied to me last night. I did the Larry Carlton lick, and they said that I didn't use the right guitar. They should I used the Mickey Mouse air guitar, which they're referring to a 335. So I brought out the 69 and thought I would do another Larry Carlton song on a 335. I get it, and I said, you know what, you're right. I should have grabbed the 335 and done the lesson with that. So I want to show you guys a old Larry Carlton song that he played on. He didn't write it. It's when he played with the Crusaders from 1971. A song called Put It Where You Want It. And I always loved the song. I love the melody. Real bluesy sounding. And the original recording, Larry didn't even play a solo. It's a saxophone playing the solo. I believe the guy's name was Henderson that wrote this song. I can't remember his first name, but I think his last name was Henderson. I think he was the sax player in the Crusaders. Great band, by the way. Go back and listen to some of the old Crusaders stuff. I mean, it's just really good stuff. Good funk, bluesy, jazzy, good stuff. So this song, Put It Where You Want It, has pretty simple melody, but it's just real bluesy sounding, and the solo, you can, the improvising part is real fun to play to because it's funky and it's a 2-chord vamp thing, the 1 and the 4, which is always fun to play over if you're a blues guy. So anyway, let me play it. I have a track here, and I looked for a track, and I found one that I'd had. I don't know where I got it, but I looked for a track up on YouTube, and there was nothing that sounded that great. But then I did a search on my computer, and I found this one. So it's a pretty good track. The ones up on YouTube were just too slow. And I've listened to Larry play this and evolve through the course of the years that he's done this song. He did it originally with the Crusaders, then he did it on an album, I'm trying to remember the name of the album, when he went solo. Oh gosh. And I've seen him do it with what's the guy's name? The guitar player, Steve Lukather. Yeah, they did a cool version of it. But I've listened to him play with some different groups. But anyway, so here's I'm gonna just play through it, and then I'm gonna show you how to play all the lines. So hopefully I'll get through it. I'm gonna play it probably just through the first solo, then I'm gonna stop. I'll play a solo. It won't be like Larry, but back in the day, nobody played like Larry. So here we go. Let me make sure I got this. Should be loud enough, I hope. Okay, so here we go. All right. anyway, you get the drift, I hope. So, let me show you how to play the main melody to this song. Okay, so let's learn these licks, the melody to this song, put it where you want it. And I'm going to use the reference the Crusaders version from 1971. That's the very first recording I think Larry played this on. So I'm going to listen to it here. So he starts out. Start here on the 11th fret with your third finger. Do a whole step bend. Then you hit here on the 8th fret of the high E string where your first finger is. Then you slide from the 11th to the 13th fret with your third finger on the B string. Back down to the 11th fret, first finger on the B string. Then you go here to the 11th fret of the high E string, where you put that little blues twist, that quarter step bend. Then you end here on the 13th fret of the B string with your third finger. So let me back this up and do it again. Then the next lick, come down here to the G string on the 8th fret with your third finger. Bend up a whole step. Then hit on the 6th fret of the B string with your first finger. Then you come up here to the 10th fret of the G string with your third finger. Down to the 8th fret of the G string with your first finger. Then you go to the 11th fret of the B string, third finger, and bend that up a whole step and hold it. So let me play up to there. So then you repeat the very first lick. Then you do the second lick exactly the same way, except the last note you don't bend, you come back down to this lower octave of the C note here on the 10th fret of the D string with the third finger. So you go. So have. Now, Larry does vary that sometimes. I've heard him play this lick like this. I've heard him slide into that note instead of bending it. Instead of doing that, I've heard him slide from the 11th to the 13th fret instead of doing this. So. I've seen him play that way, doing the slide instead of the bend. But I think on this original version here, on the Crusaders from 1971, it sounds like he's bending it almost every time. I mean, I didn't go through and analyze every little nook and cranny of how I did it. I'm just trying to get you so you could, get this song under your belt. So anyway, that's the main theme. Then it goes to a B theme, and on the original, let me get up here where they go to that part. Yeah, the horn players actually play. Yeah, the original version in 71, the horn players did that melody. But when he did it solo, he played the melody. So I'm going to show you how I played that. So you start here on the 7th fret of the G string. You bend up and release. Then you pull off down to the 5th fret, where your first finger. Then you go back up to the 7th fret of the G string with your 3rd finger. Then you go to the 7th fret of the D string with your 2nd finger. Then you come back down to the 5th fret of the G string with your 1st finger. So it's, I think I have a version of Larry playing it here. Let me see if I can cue it and get it there. This is him and Steve Bluesguitarist. I like how they're playing the harmony. That's pretty So that's how they're doing it without the horn section. So it's, they do that twice, that lick twice. And then the 3rd time they play this. They come back up. Do that part, the bend on the 7th fret of the G string. Release. Pull off. Back up to the 7th fret of the G string. Then to the 5th fret of the B string with your 1st finger. Roll it up. Roll it up to the 5th fret of the G string. Let me cue this up here. Okay, so that's section B. Then there's a section C, and I didn't get all those licks they did there, but it goes. I did get that much, and then he did something like that. The chords are A minor to a G to an F down to a D7. So A minor. Let me play those chords there. Yeah, it sounds like. So that starts here on the 3rd fret of the A string. Hit it twice. Twice on the 2nd fret of the D string with your 1st finger. Twice on the 5th fret of the G string, 1st finger. Then he did a hammer on from the 5th to the 7th fret with your 1st and 3rd finger on the D string. Yeah, he did that. Did a pull off from the 7th to the 5th fret, 3rd and 1st finger on the D string, back up to the 7th fret of the D string, 3rd finger. Then he hit this note here on the 5th fret of the G string. So I think he did this slide here, slide from the 8th to the 9th fret on the G string, 2nd finger, up to the 8th fret of the high E string. Let me hear it again. I never worked out this part. I've played this song live a couple times, and I played that lick over that minor chord. But, you know, this is Larry Carlton with Steve Lukather, so. Yeah. Yeah, so he does it a little different. Slide there. Hit it twice there on the 8th fret of the high E string. That's what it sounded like he did. So this part is all correct. So after you hit that twice, you go to the 10th fret of the B string with your 3rd finger. And do a hammer on and pull off on the high E string with your 1st and 3rd finger. Then back to the 10th fret of the B string, 3rd finger. Then hit it twice on the high E string on the 8th fret. And then it goes into the solo. And he plays one bad solo here. I don't know what he does. I haven't worked out the solo. When I always played this song, I've played it a few times, I just played my own solo. It's a fun song to improvise and do your own thing. So now you have all the parts. Just remember, sometimes he didn't bend that note. He didn't. He slides up to it. And then anyway, so let me play it with the track one more time. I might have to start doing this song more often. It's a fun song. Larry plays it so good. And Steve Lukather. I mean, go up and watch that video. Those guys get off. They're both great players. So anyway, here's the track. Maybe I'll post this track too. Again, I couldn't find a good track up there on YouTube at all. But I happen to have this one on my computer. I don't even know where I got it. Baffles me, but I did a search on my computer and it came up, and listened to it and went, wow, that's pretty good. So here it goes. So here's I'm just going to play it again after. I might play another solo, but I'm just going to play either up to the solo or after the first solo. And the whole song just kind of repeats that same A, B, and C format. or at least that's how they do it with the Crusaders. So here we go. My bad, missed it. Anyway, something like that. Anyway, have fun. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you like my channel, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell, and y'all have a blessed evening, and thanks for watching. See you soon.